So it's been several months since I made my last video, and as usual, here I am, delivering more not content on a channel that hasn't been active in years. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Rashzakea, once again. So, I just want to kind of go over several things of varying levels of importance. So let's just get started right off with that. So, people have asked me, did you end up selling your mocks? The answer is no. To put that into simple terms, I didn't get around to it. And I don't plan to do it anymore. Because, one, I don't know how I would price it. I don't know how I would price a mock because it's not something that you would normally do. So I don't know. I can't really say that there's a commission price or something like that. Anyway, so the big question, the whole point of this video, the title of this video, which at this point I think I know what I'm gonna call it. A lot of people asked me, from that last video, oh, what happened to Days of Dawn? Can you link me to it? You know, all that sort of stuff. And, oh, sorry, very professional, drinking water during a video. I'm gonna be honest. Days of Dawn wasn't Bionicle anymore, at the time of everyone asking that question. Over the years, I have kind of changed it into different things, and it became much more of a, just a fantasy type thing on a whole nother world kind of thing, and it wasn't Bionicle anymore. That being said, God, I hate me. When people asked me about it, I started thinking, maybe just for the fun of it, I could come up with a Bionicle story again. So, as of this date, I have a story in mind again. And I want to start writing it. Fuck me, I guess. And continuing with the trend that is sweeping BioTube as of late, apparently, remaking yourself mock, remaking old mocks, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, ladies and gentlemen of BioTube, I am returned, or at least I will be. Now, anybody that knows me at this point will realize I'm not the kind of guy that can make promises. I am not the kind of guy that can make due dates, not at this point anyway. I'm gonna level with you. Currently, I actually don't have access to any of my Bionicle pieces. I also don't actually know if I still own the camera that I originally used to make videos. That being said, at this point, I know for a fact that I'm going to come back to the Bionicle community. For a long time, I really thought that I had just kind of grown out of it, or something along those lines, but the truth of the matter is that just because you do something as a kid doesn't mean it's something that you need to or can grow out of. To me, Bionicle is exactly the same as it is to some people who draw, and for me it's literally the exact same thing as writing. The ability to physically create characters in a story that I come up with in my head and then have written down somewhere else is unprecedented in my mind, and while I originally, when I left the Bionicle community, thought that Bionicle was limiting me, I actually, upon thinking about returning to it, have been having fun trying to come up with different and interesting characters and plots within the limits of the universe. So before I get into anything about me coming back to YouTube on the Bionicle community and me being a part of the Bionicle community again, I will say I am not back yet. I'm not, because I I won't consider myself in any way relevant in the community until I have some content out there. So, one of the things that I'm going to make a requirement for myself to excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. It's almost midnight. I just got off work not too long ago. Give me a break. Um anyway, so what am I going to require of myself before I am officially in the community? I'm going to remake at least my self-mock. Rashzakea will come back, and I'm going to give some more details about that in just a minute. And I'm also going to start writing down the basic plot ideas and descriptions of other characters that are going to be in Days of Dawn, or what I end up calling it. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm probably gonna fucking call it Days of Dawn, because I'm really original, and I like to let go of old ideas. I'm also a sarcastic piece of shit. Okay, so, to give you some details about the story that I have planned, going with the theme of resurrecting old mocks and remaking old things, I'm going to be bringing back the old story in a new light. If anybody remembers, whenever Geonite and I were partners in crime on my channel before, we were making a series. I believe it was called Chronicles of the Unseen or something like that. Quite a few characters from there are going to be coming back. Rashzakea, obviously. Geonite is going to be returning as a character. Not Geonite himself. He and I don't talk anymore. But, his character is going to be coming back because, I mean, I thought, why the fuck not? It's a character that works well with the story, and there's a lot that I can do with it. Also, another one of his characters, which was named Sin, I can't decide how to spell her name, but same difference. As well as the villains that I'm sure that several people will remember, not necessarily from the story, but from my mock reviews. Rashzakea, main antagonist, and then he's going to have his cronies, the two Baraki twin people, and Chironplex, the guy that's a crab that no one can pronounce his name except for me, as well as several other characters. I have parts of a Toa team planned. Speaking of which, I'm pretty confident that Rashzakea... So first of all, Rashzakea is actually... He's going to be a character, and he's going to be the good old Rashzakea. The gold and the silver with the shiny fucking mask and probably several weapons, because I can't make up my mind. He is going to be a Toa of Shadow. And I know that sounds really boring and lame, and like, oh, you're turning into Toa Makuta 69 and shit. God damn it, I said I wasn't gonna be fucking funny in this video. Jesus Christ, I'm so bad, I'm sorry. Okay. But I actually have some fairly interesting ideas, I think, and I've gotten some feedback on those, from Junie, shoutouts to her, about several ideas of the story so far, and they're looking good. So I have some interesting things planned for him. In regards to the other Toa, I have a Toa of Gravity, a Toa of Aura, and a Toa of Sound planned as well. Yeah. The story is going to be based off of the old world Bionicle, not the new reboot, and I mean, although I think it's cool, I have to say that the old world is so much more rich in its lore and everything that I just kind of have to choose that one. There's really nothing else I can do. It's not really an option. It's, do you want to play on a Game Boy or a Nintendo DS? That was a bad comparison. Okay, do you want to play on an Atari or a PS4? But the Atari came out yesterday. Good job. Good job. No, but really, so I have plot ideas in mind, and whenever I have something more solid, I'm going to make a DeviantArt, and write down some of the basic ideas that I have so I can get feedback and stuff like that. I'll make a video linking to it eventually. But yeah, so feedback would be appreciated. What I would love to see in the responses, the comments, whatever the fuck, in this video is, out of all of my old mocks that people remember, and I don't mean just from YouTube, I mean from, like, back whenever I had a mock pages and all that sort of shit. What mocks do you think would be awesome to see come back in a series? I can't guarantee that the mocks will make it into the story, but I really want to pay attention to the mocks that people would love to see remade and remastered and all that sort of shit. Oh, yeah, I just realized. I said series. I'm gonna level with you on this one. I have no plans on making any stop motions whatsoever with any of this shit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because personally, while I have the utmost confidence that I will be able to do a fantastic job, at least eventually I'll be able to do a really good job, writing down the story and telling it well and fleshing out the characters, I have neither the skill, nor the money, nor the time, or the patience to make a decent quality stop motion. So I really don't plan currently. I'm not saying that it will never happen, but at the moment, that's not in the works. It's not going to be in the works. So, no. No stop motion planned, but I will say that every character that I can possibly make, everyone that I mentioned so far, and everything like that, every single character in the story, unless they are horribly unimportant and there's no reason to make them, will become a mock, and I will make a video for it and all that sort of shit. Anyway, now that I've rambled on for 13 fucking minutes, so yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this idea, and, all that sort of shit. Let me know what mocks you'd really like to see return in the story and for me to remake. And I think at some point maybe I might do a contest for, like, the winner can be in the story or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know at this point. Anyway, any questions, comments, and concerns down in the comments section are really appreciated, and I'll probably see you guys in another month whenever I make another update video explaining why I've delayed myself again.